See this man? Hey guys. Well, yeah. If you're gonna be in a doghouse or an NFL team in this case, you gotta be a pretty good player. And yeah, these guys, they're all dogs, but who's going to be the top dog? Who's going to be the top pick in this 2024 NFL draft? Well, here's my opinions on the top 15 receivers, guys. This is an insane draft class. Let's go. Here are my 2024 NFL draft wide receiver rankings. 15 guys go through. Get a drink. Get yourself comfortable because this will be a long one. Let's get right into it. And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy the 2024 NFL wide receiver draft class rankings. I don't have that many fingers on my hand. I mean, maybe some people do. But yeah, 15 receivers to go through. Of course, it is blank. Only number one spot, obviously, because, I mean, that's the one that really matters, thinking about it. Like, you want to be the best receiver because you'll be the highest one picked. Whatever, though. I'm going through 15 guys today. Let's get right into it, starting off with Xavier Legette out of South Carolina. This guy's legit. Let's go.
Rattler, downfield, caught, still perfect, and Legette will win another foot race.
And that is Xavier Legette for you, of course, South Carolina's number one receiver. I think it was for the past 3 years. No, actually only 1 year. Never mind. Whatever, though. Yeah, Xavier Legette, I mean, this guy's legit, guys. I mean, it's kind of in his name. Yeah, you like to play a word. Either way, though, yeah, this guy, yeah, I think he's an underrated receiver in this class for sure. Again, kind of in that mid-range, again, consensus-wise. But, of course, we look at him, again, he actually ran a really solid forward. 4.39 for a guy who's, again, his size, being 6'1", 221, which you might not think is that big, but he plays a lot bigger than that. It's very surprising. Again, he is very athletic. I think that's something that people need to realize with him. He's not one of those guys that's like, ugh. Yeah, there are some things he needs to work on, again, for sure. But there's a lot of talent here, and I think, again, he could be literally a legit number one receiver. Maybe not the best guy, but, again, has really good size. And, again, with that speed and, what is it called? Jumping ability or vertical, I guess that's kind of what you could say. Yeah, he's like kind of like that power forward in basketball in some ways. Not in every way, though, because, again, he is pretty fast. And speaking of that, again, he had an 82.5 PFF grade, so, again, a little bit of a gauge for where he was in the, what is it called, country overall. Again, 35th overall. Again, not perfect, but okay. And obviously, we look at it last year as a senior. Yeah, basically you can call him. Again, had his best year, again, being the number one receiver for Spencer Rattler. 71 receptions, 1,255 yards, 7 touchdowns. Again, overall, again, was a very big player for them. Also got some rushing attempts. Wasn't very dynamic on those, but I think, again, that is a little potential for him as well there. But again, we get into Xavier Legette with his rankings. I will talk about Kenny Britt and his comparison when we get to the overall potential later. But again, looking at his hands, I think he does have reliable hands. I don't think they're anything special, though. He's not going to make the spectacular catch, yeah. But then again, he is good at tracking the ball, as well as the fact that, again, yeah, he does have a pretty good catch radius, so I'll give him a 77. Short route running, he's pretty quick with him, again, dynamic for sure. I'll give him an 82. Again, he usually can get, he's actually really good at getting open on these. Again, sets up these, intermediate routes. Overall, again, he doesn't have the, what is called the most diverse route tree here, but again, with the routes he runs, he's pretty good. The fact that he's limited, I think, will hurt him a couple times in the league. He just can't get open at the, again, we'll get to the top of the route later, too. But the fact that, again, he's not great there does hurt the, again, the efficiency of some of his routes. His deep routes, they're usually good. They're not always smooth, though. So, I'm going to give him an 84 because the fact that, again, he does have pretty good vertical speed to get these routes going quick. But, again, especially in those corner routes and those, what is called, Dover routes, as people call them. Basically, it's just a deep crosser. He could definitely work on those. Speaking of that deep ball tracking, it's actually really good. I don't think it's as good as, like, it's not, like, special like Odunze, per se, who we're going to get to later. But I do think he's very good at tracking the deep ball and give him an 85. Part of the reason, again, he can make those big plays because, again, he's able to get under that ball really well. Speed, I think he's fast. I think he has really good speed. I'll give him an 82. And I'll give him an 83. Again, it's not elite or, like, super legit, but, again, he can, again, depend on his speed to get open at times. Acceleration, doesn't actually get off the line super well. Again, that's something I think he can really get better at in the league. Again, especially coming out of his breaks as well. Again, those, what is called, underneath routes, as well as, again, those, longer curl routes. Again, if he's able to get better with those, he could be a very reliable receiver when it comes to those, types of routes. Again, quick hitters for the quarterback. Route efficiency, again, I already talked about it. The fact that, again, he's not always the most smooth with his, medium routes. The fact he isn't diverse does hurt him, again, with some of these routes, because then he does have to adjust a lot, and that doesn't always work out for him. So I'll probably give him a 64, first below average part. Catch radius. I already talked about it again. Kind of with his hands. Again, this is more consistency. But he does have a very good catch radius. I'm going to give him an 86 for this. I like, again, the way he, is able to get open with this. Jump ball ability. Not Keon Coleman by any means, but he can go up and get it. He didn't display it too much at South Carolina, but overall, again, pretty good jump ball. Red zone feel, again, I struggle with this because I think he could have had a lot more touchdowns this year, again, if he just got found in the open zone. He isn't great at diagnosing coverages, again, seeing that umbrella. If he gets better with that, again, he could be a lot bigger guy in the red zone, but I don't see him, again, as like a 10-touchdown guy in the league. Creativeness, that's just not a word, so, yeah, there we go. Creativity. I don't think that's how you spell it. Whatever, though. His creativity is lacking for sure. He runs the routes to a crisp, or to a T, I guess. Yeah, the Masters is on right now. But, yeah, I got to give him a 61, guys. He really doesn't really show me anything when it comes to, again, when routes go wrong. But at the top of the route, he's very good. Again, very quick. Also, the fact he does create a lot of separation here. So, I'll give him an 80. Can't give him really good, though, because, again, I just don't see it enough against these really good corners. His release, he's got 2 releases. He's got a power release, like most receivers, and also a speed release with a little bit of hesitation. I think that could really work transfer well to the league, but the fact it's not very diverse and it's not always dependable with that power release, I have to give him a 75. His elusiveness, not a big yak threat, but he can break tackles pretty well. So I'll give him a 75, 8, and I would say third down dependability, because I mean this is actually really important. I mean, I don't really know where to put this, I'm going to be honest, because, again, on most third downs we watched South Carolina last year, they were kind of, like, out of the play. So, I mean, you're just asking him, go make a play. And he did make plays at times, but I don't think that's really a fair assessment. We'll see what he can do with this in the league, but overall, on third down, he was never set up for success, so I can't really grade that. Strength, again, I already talked about it. Again, he has good elusiveness, I really do think so, but he's definitely more strong. I think he's, again, one of the stronger receivers in his class. Not special, again, there's a couple guys we'll go through that are very strong players, but yeah, he can definitely, beat guys up here. Run blocking, it's okay, but it's nothing special. I'll give him a 71. I mean, you can't really complain about it. I mean, it's not really noticeable. Athleticism, he's actually really athletic. I'll probably give him an 87. I'm not going to say he's an elite athlete, but he's borderline elite when just watching him during the combine and overall. And he's just an athletic player. Helps him out a lot with, again, some of these other flaws, like the fact, again, not the most creative receiver. Also, the fact that, again, his route efficiency could definitely use some work. But his potential overall, I already talked about it, guys. I think he could be a #1 receiver. And the fact of that's, like, again, a high-end talent for sure. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of work to get that. Kenny Britt, of course, was the #1 receiver for, like, the first time in his career with the Rams in 2016 before I think he, like, left the league, something like that. But, of course, first 1,000-yard year, I think something like that this year. But he was the Rams' #1 receiver. There was no way around it. I mean, was he a great #1? No. But, yeah, I do like Kenny Britt as comparison for sure. Again, he never was the most efficient route runner, but he got open a lot. Big, deep threat. Xavier Worthy can become that. That would be huge. I think he'd be a #1 receiver for sure in the league, but maybe not one of the best guys, but probably bottom half #1, but for sure can be a #1 receiver in the league. Again, I really like that potential. Kenny Britt, very solid comparison there. And that means his overall grade will come out to around a 74, which, again, I think is very fair for him.
The high school. 4th in the state in the 100 meters. Play action. Daniels heaves one long. And it is caught for the touchdown.
Mitchell. 2 times. Yeah.
Our next guy arguably is the best guy. That would be Malik Nabers. Of course, out of LSU. This dude, right below 200 pounds. I mean, that's kind of where he is. 6 feet tall, which, maybe a little bit generous, but yeah. Malik Nabers is just complete, like, mirage when you watch him play. Like, it's awesome. Like, he is just, it's crazy. Like, you watch him play and you're like, what? Because he's a blur. It's insane. But, yeah, he's just, the way he runs routes, it's so natural. Like, it's smooth. It's effortless. And the way he runs in general, like his yak yardage, it's like easy for him. It's beyond awesome. Yeah, he's very raw. There's no way around that. But just the pure talent level, it's second to none in this draft, guys. Well, maybe not second to none, but yeah, it's beautiful to watch. His talent is, it's awesome, guys. That's how I'll put it. Like, any team who gets him, he's going to get open. So, I mean, yeah, honestly, I think he's bona fide at least going to be very good. Because I don't see it, I'm going to be honest, because I don't see a world where this guy's a bust. I really don't. Maybe, well, obviously he's raw, but, like, I don't know. He's that talented. But either way, Malik Nabers obviously had 1,500 yards last year, 14 touchdowns on 89 catches. Again, with him and Jaden Daniels, they fit like a glove together. Yeah, he does use gloves if you didn't know. Yeah, any weirdos who don't. Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah, I'm throwing shade at you. Either way, year before, 70 catches, 1,000 yards for 3 touchdowns. You'll see why. I had a lot of questions going into this year about his red zone ability because he got a lot of targets, guys, but wasn't able to do a ton with that. And speaking of that, he had a 92.9 PFF grade, which was the best among all college football receivers, which, I'll be honest, guys, fits. Either way, though, let's get into it. Again, we'll talk about the comparison later. But, yeah, Malik Nabers' grades, hands, they're not great. I'm completely honest, guys. I'll give him a 66. He does show flashes of being incredible, what do they call pass catcher, obviously, but he does have issues with getting just routine plays. He does drop passes. They're like that's just the truth about it. He doesn't have elite hands. Like he's gonna drop passes. He's also not always gonna make the phenomenal one. He can, but yeah, he does drop a few too many passes in my opinion. Now, I don't think he has great hands. Well, you know, I'll give him a 72. He does drop passes, but then again, he can make the big catch. So I'll give him a 72. Whatever. Short routes, they're good, but I don't think they're super precise yet. Medium routes, this is where he lives. I'll give him an 87. Doesn't always read leverage great, and sometimes his routes are a little off to what the quarterback would like again in terms of like textbook. But again, he can sit down like in a like that. That's how fast he sits down on a curl route. So I mean, I really don't have issues there. Deeper routes, again, he can definitely develop them better. But overall, I'm gonna give him a 90 just because again, just the pure efficiency of his routes. They're just again, he gets to his spot really fast, and the quarterback knows where he's gonna be. So if there's a blitz, he'll still get there. Deep ball tracking, it's good, but again, I really like the adjustments he makes. But overall, again, when it comes to over the shoulder, he could use a little bit of work. But again, incredible flashes. I'll give him an 84. It's not consistent, but really good from what I've seen. Speed, 90. He has really good speed, but it's not special. I want to say it's elite. Yeah, he has elite speed. I'll give him a 92. He does have elite speed. You could argue he's probably the second or maybe even the third fastest player in this draft. You know, yeah, I can't give him special because I don't think he has special speed. He's quick. He's more quick than fast. But I'll give him a 93 because he does have elite speed. Like there's no way around it. And speaking of that acceleration, he can accelerate even better. 97. He has special acceleration, guys. The way he gets off the line, yeah, his release is kind of crap, but again, just like the pure speed and again, just being able to get to his top gear that quick, second to none in this draft, guys. He's got special acceleration. Route efficiency, I already talked about this. He's very good at what is called getting through his route. Just because he's quick. he accelerates so well. Again, he already has that extra step that no other receiver that I can think of has. That's just the simple truth there. Catch radius, it's not great. Again, he does struggle again with the coordination of this. He definitely developed for sure in his career, but he's not going to make any. He's not always going to bail out his quarterback, to be honest. Jump ball ability, again, I think definitely going to develop, but I do like what I've seen so far. It's around average though, because again, you're never going to expect him to make some moss anybody or be that 50-50 guy. Winning on the outside again as an X guy by any means, but from what I've seen, I'll give it 72 because I do like what I got. Red zone fuel developed very well. I like where it's going. I'll give it an 85. Yeah, an 85. I think he could be a guy who could have like 15 touchdowns a couple of years. Not every year of his career, obviously, but I wouldn't say perennial 10 touchdown in the season, but at least 8 touchdown. Again, that's where I think he can be for sure someday. But 85 is where I give him. Again, 2022, he did struggle in a lot in the red zone getting open wise, but then last year really again found those zones, did a lot better there. Creativity, route nuance. Again, he runs his routes. He doesn't really run them like getting to the textbook, and I like that because again, when you look at it, he doesn't run it to a T, and it works out well for him. I'll give him an 80 though because I do think there are some things he could work on for sure. Again, he could be even more creative, especially on those deeper routes. At the top of the route, again, he's the best in this draft. I'm gonna give it 100. Guys, that's where he creates the separation. You can talk about getting the acceleration, but it's that and it's at the top of the route. Because again, the way he's able to stop on a dime, it's impossible for a cornerback to be able to read it. Yeah, the way he runs his routes, it's again the short routes for sure. Yeah. What is it called? His ability to just again break off is where he's gonna again always have to rely on it because in those shorter routes, or he doesn't create much separation. So again, at the top of the route, he's the best in this draft by honestly probably like past 5 drafts to be honest, guys. I've seen guys since like Jamar Chase who's been able to replicate this type of again at the top of the route the dominance he's shown. Release packages, 52. I've seen a couple things with him, guys, but like, yeah, Malik Nabers, his release package is not diverse at all. Yeah, he's quick, but it's again, you can jam him for sure as an X. Elusiveness, he's elusive, but I don't think again it's as hyped up as some people think it would be. So I'll give it a 79. Third down dependability, again, not always. Again, he's much better on second and first down, especially again with the play action. What is called variations there, but I'll give him an 83 because again, if you get him in the right spot, he will be again guaranteed first down. Strength, 56. He does struggle to break tackles. Again, I'd really like to see if he can do that better. Run blocking, don't ask him to do it. Potential, I'm gonna give him like a 32. It was pretty bad, guys. There's a reason that LSU didn't run the ball very well with anyone but Jaden Daniels. Athleticism, 90. He's an elite athlete. I'm pretty good saying that. Potential, I really do think this guy could be as good as Odell Beckham Jr. I really do think so. 95. I went to the sky's the limit, but it's pretty close, guys. Malik Nabers is so freaking good. Yeah, that's just the simple truth about it. I mean, just take this away, and yeah, it's around that, which I still don't really get. But yeah, he's got some holes. Obviously, he's a raw prospect, but if you dismiss his run blocking, he's a pretty freaking good prospect. And you look at Torrey Smith, yeah, he wasn't the greatest receiver. Again, I don't think he was ever his potential. But yeah, Torrey Smith, the way he ran his route, the way he was so good at top of his route, honestly, top 5 in the league when he was, of course, in the league. That's what kept him around. It was, again, his dominance top of the route. Again, Malik Nabers, same exact way. Yeah, Torrey Smith, of course, was a Z receiver his whole career, and obviously didn't, again, run the routes or to have the same athleticism or speed that, or even acceleration that Malik Nabers had. But yeah, I do like, again, the way they just run their routes, and also the fact that, again, Torrey Smith, again, very, very good at top of his route. I really do like those comparisons, but obviously, let's hope he is better than Torrey Smith, because, I mean, that would be a pretty big disappointment. That's all I got from Malik Nabers. Yeah, they haven't hurt. I am pretty high on him.
Jalen Milroe air one out yet today, Gary. Now he does. And he's got Jermaine Burton. Burton, touchdown, Alabama.
Into the code, all these hoes for the street. I put it in her nose, it's gonna make her pussy.
And alright, we've got Jermaine Burton, of course, wide receiver for Alabama. He was their #1 receiver last year. And overall, again, a mixed bag overall for him, to be honest, again, as a prospect. But again, he's got a lot of good things. For sure, he's a deep threat. That's one thing for sure. And also, I just wanted to say, Brendan Rice, if you didn't know, he, yeah, Jerry Rice is son out of USC. Yeah, watch out for him next year. That's all I'll say. Again, whatever team deals with Brendan Rice, if your team drafts him, yeah, just know he's Jerry Rice's kid. So maybe the records come. But yeah, if you know why he's not in here, well, I'll be honest, guys, he's just not, like, again, it was 15 guys. I mean, I wanted to do more, guys. There's so many intriguing receivers in this class. It's like 30 deep, to be completely honest. But that's like a lot of guys. So, yeah, I'm going to keep it at 15. But either way, keep it up. Yeah. Jermaine Burton last year, again, a little underwhelming, but not crazy underwhelming by any means. Again, big plays, again, yeah, was definitely underutilized. While having a good build, it's very fast, and it's also separated. Yeah, whatever, I don't really care. He did transfer from Georgia, if you didn't know, with the character concerns. Yeah, early round pick, that makes sense. He's a good receiver, guys. Like, that's kind of what it is. Yeah, 79.7 PFF grade for sure. Again, he was not very reliable for Jalen Milroe underneath. Or over the middle, that's more on Jalen Milroe. But I'm not going to, like, act like Jermaine Burton, again, wasn't the best offense for him, but he was their #1 receiver. Obviously, again, at 798 yards, 8 touchdowns. Again, was in Georgia's first 2 years. Wasn't used as much, but again, Georgia didn't really throw the ball really that great first 2 years. Again, he was in college football. Then obviously went to Alabama. Had a pretty solid junior season before, again, last year really taking off. Kind of, I guess. Either way, though, yeah. Either way, his hands, they're not good. He drops passes. I mean, not great, but yeah, he does drop passes. I'm not, again, too big on his hands. Short routes, they're not great, but then again, he didn't really get many opportunities to give him 75. He does climb on those drag routes really well. Medium routes creates a lot of separation off of them. Again, more, it's just, again, as the route develops, he gets going. Deeper routes, 86. His post is about as put to a T as you can get. He's really good at running post routes. I mean, that's kind of all he ran there, but yeah. Deep ball tracking, it's good, but then again, I think he can definitely develop here a lot more. I like the potential. I'll give him an 83, though. Speed, 86. It's legit. He's got really good speed. I'm not going to say it's elite because, again, I don't think he separates super duper well once you get like 10 yards off the line if cornerbacks are running full speed. Unless he's slow, yeah, he's probably not going to completely beat him. Acceleration, he actually doesn't accelerate as well. I think that does limit him as a yak receiver. So I'll probably give him a 76. Again, it does take him a minute to get to his full top speed. Route efficiency, I do like the way he runs his routes. Give him a 77. He does actually get wide open before some other guys do. But again, just the unpredictability with his routes, which we'll get to in a minute, does hurt the quarterback, and not really knowing where the ball is going to have to be placed. Catch radius, it's not great. Again, you can't really depend on him to go up and make a big play, bail out his quarterback, which, again, I think he can definitely work on for sure. But, yeah, he definitely, again, doesn't have the greatest span there. Again, if you throw him, I don't know, pass like a yard behind him and up, it's going to be a pick six going the other way. Or a tip pass, one of the two. Jump ball ability, non-existent. I'll probably give him, I don't know, 45. Yeah, in the red zone, he's kind of like a sitting duck there. Like, yeah, no. Red zone field, though, I do like, again, he's not great here, but I'll give him 71. Because, again, just the fact that he fights in the red zone, he's able to, again, out-muscle guys to get the ball. Yeah, might not be very much of a jump off threat really at all, but he's able to do a lot of other things that does help him. Creativity, route nuance, again, it's really just not the right way to put it. Again, you can't really, the quarterback, you just can't trust him because you don't know where he's going to be running. He can run the completely wrong route, too. Again, you cannot put him on a hot route, so I'll probably have to put him at 54. But at the same point, there are trade-offs. He does get wide freaking open, again, in scramble drill. He's amazing in scramble drill, but again, in the structure of an offense, his routes are just not good. Simple as that. Again, I mean, it's not like it's not that he doesn't run them well. It's just, again, he sometimes just doesn't run them again the way the quarterback wants. At the top of the route, I think he's okay. I'll probably give him 73. It's nothing crazy. Again, he's not even close to Malik Nabers in the way he creates separation, but it's not the end of the world for him because, again, he does have some other big things. His release, I do think it's pretty diverse. I like the way he uses it for sure. Again, definitely going to be a growing part for him though. Elusiveness, yak yardage. He did actually do a really good job with this. Again, we'll get to third down and penalty ability for sure. I'll give him an 80. But, yeah, third down and penalty, yeah, he can be a third down guy, especially in the slot. I do think he can definitely be a Z receiver, too. But, yeah, third down, you can definitely get him the ball, especially in those, what is called shallower over routes. Strength, nothing crazy, 70. Bogey, bro. Yeah, whatever. I'll probably give it 70. It is an issue sometimes, especially when it comes to run blocking, but I'll probably give him a 55 here. He actually did show some good things. I mean, nothing great, but yeah, with Jahmyr Gibbs, he did block somewhat well on the edge for him. Athleticism, 84. Again, he definitely shows he's a really good athlete. Like, you can just watch him on tape. Yeah, that guy's talented, but I don't think it's like eye-popping, but he's a really good athlete. Potential, I think he could be a good slot option. I'll give him an 80. I do think he has above average potential for sure. Again, I don't know how productive he will be. Again, it depends on a lot of other things, but again, he could be definitely a good receiver in the league. Doug Baldwin early in his career, I think he was a very good comparison for him. Of course, he was a very raw player. And again, just created a lot of separation, got open, stuck eyes during Seattle training camp, and then, hey, there you go. He's the freaking #1 receiver for them for, like, what is it, 6 years? So, yeah, you never know. That's what I really got for Jermaine Burton, though. And, yeah, this is not in what is great to begin. It's just really, again, he doesn't really have much of a jump ball ability there. But that's all I got for Jermaine Burton.
Baker Mayfield guest picker, by the way, on College Game Day. Third down and 6. A big pop for Western Kentucky. It's Corley again. Stays in bounds and scores.
Oh, they ain't gonna wake up at they sleep. You can't hear that switch, but you can hear them niggas scream.
And yeah, this is Malachi Corley. Debo Samuel, no. But yeah, I really hope he doesn't turn into that. That would be crazy. But yeah, Malachi Corley out of Western Kentucky. You might be asking, who the hell is this? I mean, very fair to say that. But yeah, this guy's a freaking beast. There's no way around it. This guy's like, he's a dog. You don't want to have to tackle him. That's the best way I can put it. Yeah, he has a lot of issues. Like, a lot of issues. But, yeah, this guy, you need to get him. Just getting the football in his hands will make him a good player. Like, he's basically a running back and a receiver. Bona fide running back, to be honest. But, yeah, again, there's not much of a thing here because, again, he played for Western Kentucky. And, again, there are issues with him. Just like watching the first, like, I don't know, 5 minutes of his film. Like, why is this the same play over and over again? But, yeah, Malachi Corley, this guy's a beast. Again, last year, not as good as the year before in 2022 where he did show a little bit more, not drag route after drag route, but 101 catches, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. Last year, though, 79 catches, 984 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Again, you look at it, he is not a contested catch guy really at all, but again, we'll get to that in a minute. 82.6 PFF grade. Again, I think that's pretty fair, getting what you ask him to do. And let's talk about it now, because I mean, this is really what you're asking. Why he's in this video? Well, you'll see. Hands. I think he has decent hands. Again, it's not going to make him take any hard catches, but I have not seen him drop a pass yet. So whether it's just because again he's getting layups all over the place, but what I've seen, he's got good hands. Short route running, 90. I mean, it's literally all he runs. He should be pretty good at it. Medium routes, it's not fun to watch. I mean, you don't really see him run many, but it's not great. I mean, when he runs the routes, I mean, they're just be simple, guys. They're just sloppy. And again, when he runs an out route, he does struggle to again get what is called out of the break of again. There's just a straight up again going out. But the deep routes, they're non-existent. I'll probably have to give him a 52. He's just not a deep threat. Yeah, he doesn't run any sort of. Maybe he can run a streak, but that's probably about it. Deep ball tracking, 40. It's pretty horrible, guys. I mean, he got 3 of them. 2 of them he should have caught. Like, those were going to be touchdowns. They're beautiful throws by what is called Austin Reed. I think this guy name's it's something Reed. That their quarterback was last year for Western Kentucky. But then again, the other one he did. Yeah, he just dropped. So yeah, but his deep ball track is not very good. Speed. He's got decent speed. I'll probably give 78. It's like again, it's above average for sure. But he's not again the fastest dude. But yeah, he's got decent speed. Acceleration. He can definitely accelerate pretty well. Again, it does take him a little bit to get going. But yeah, he does again. I think he can accelerate pretty well. Route efficiency. Again, underneath routes he's pretty good at. I don't know. Again, for what you ask from him, I'd probably run a 74. Again, one-trick pony. Catch radius. It's not great, but then again, he does make some. Again, he can bail out the quarterback underneath. 72. Reliable there. Red zone. Jump ball ability. 10. That's gonna kill the average. I get that, but trust me on that one. Yeah, it's worse than. It's like double the. Again, maybe, I don't think you could ever throw a jump ball to him. Like, he's just not what he's going to do. Red zone feel. Actually, in the red zone, I think he could be a good player. 84. Again, I do like where he's going there. Creativity, route nuance, same thing, blah, 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 blah. Again, it's so, like, just not diverse. I don't know, a 70 maybe? Just same route over and over again. At the top of the route, again, he doesn't really create much separation, probably a 64. Release, I do like his release. He does get off the ball really well, and he does beat the cornerback really well. 85. Again, really good when it comes to his release packages. Elusiveness, not as elusive as you might think he would be, but he's definitely got above average elusiveness. Third down dependability, not always. Again, it really just depends on situation, so he's limited. But again, when you get in the right situation, he can really make a big play. Strength, 95. He is a special yak threat when it comes to, again, just breaking tackles. I mean, there's no way around it. Like, this guy's a freaking hard guy to tackle. Like, you now have to tackle him. Run blocking, good actually. I'm kind of surprised by that, but yeah, he was like one of their main lead blockers there at Western Kentucky. Athleticism, I'm gonna give him an 81. I don't think he's an exceptional athlete, but guys, there's no way around it. Like, he's got to be a really good athlete to be able to make the plays he does. And his potential, I think he could be a good number 2 receiver. Again, not reliable, so I'll probably have to give him a 77. But again, it hinges on a lot of different things. But he does have some stuff going for him. And yeah, basically his comparison is Rashee Rice. If you just don't give him a car, because again, what is Rashee Rice doing this offseason? That's all I got from Malachi Corley, though.
Penix going deep. Odunze turned around. Found the ball. Touchdown.
20 carat ring, I put my fingers down her throat. If I lose a carat, she might.
From a yak demon to, how do I put this? This guy is going to catch anything you throw, whether it's 80 yards downfield on a Hail Mary or a little like tip pass that should be a pick 6 going the other way. Whatever, though. Odunze is up next, guys. And this guy, I mean, there's nothing like you can say. He's just so good, guys. Yeah, clutch catches, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this guy's awesome, though. Odunze, phenomenal. We're on back shoulder, box out corners, additionally. Odunze is very skilled. Some teams are concerned that he's fast enough to separate. I really don't care about that. I mean, look at DeAndre Hopkins, guys. He's made a living off of, again, when the offense is just in a rut, to just simply, again, beat the guy. Curl route, catches the ball, or go up and get it, back shoulder, stuff like that. He's just going to be a dependable guy. Give him like 15 targets. Yeah, volume pass catcher for sure, but I really like the way, again, he runs like Keenan Allen, but trust me, he's not like Keenan Allen. But yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, again, 4 or 5 of the combine really did help him out. Again, good character skills as well. But yeah, again, Odunze last year had 90 catches, 1,600 yards, and 13 touchdowns. All of them, or basically all of them, were all long touchdowns. Also ran for a touchdown as well. Don't sleep on that too. Yeah, basically do. Whatever though. Had 89.8 PF grade, which is top 10 in the nation. Again, very fair for him. Now let's get into his what is called grades. Hands, they're elite. I think he does have elite hands at this point, 92. They're not. I don't think they'll be the best in the league, really, at any point. But again, he's got top 5 hands in the league. I mean, you just again, anything near him, he'll make the play. Short routes, they're not great just because, again, he just doesn't have the straight up speed. Again, kind of around average and not great speed, but his short routes, he's not going to always make a living on. Medium routes, he does create good separation on. Again, they're definitely dependable for sure when you're trying to make a play over the middle. Deep routes, again, they're really, again, schematically, they're like a cheat code, 89. Again, when it comes to, again, the what is called the versatility with them, though, that is something that I definitely think he could get better with, especially with the fact that, again, creates a little more separation once he starts to go upfield. That's where he could be a big threat, again, as a real deep ball player. Tracking-wise, yeah, it's almost perfect. I'm going to give it 98. There's really only one reason why. I haven't seen the true, like, every single play. I mean, he's making all the, like, NFL level, like, advanced what is it called? Deep ball catches, like where again you gotta really trust your body control to make those plays. Also, he's made some incredible plays, but I haven't seen like the oh my god, he's the only person in the entire world that can make that play. I've only seen 2 of those, and really when it comes to again deep ball tracking, I'm like, is he as good as Tyler Lockett? Just not yet. Not yet. He very well could be, but his deep ball tracking, it's almost perfect, but I can't give him that because he's just not as good as Tyler Lockett. That's really my only excuse there. But yeah, phenomenal deep ball tracker. Speed, 77. No, I'll give him 74. He's just not that fast. I mean, he's not slow by any means. Like, he's got some wheels, but like, it's not going to wow me. He's not going to blow by corners. That's just the simple truth about it. If they're playing off, they're going to be able to stick with him. Again, unless you're like really slow, really stiff hips. Acceleration, accelerates a lot better. 84, gets off the line very well, especially again at the top of his route. This is where again he really excels there. Route efficiency, again, overall, I think he does do a good job with this, but again, he doesn't always get open too quick. Again, you have to throw a pretty good back shoulder throw sometimes to get in the football, so I'll give him 76. Catch radius, 90. He's got an elite catch radius. Again, you can afford, now I'm giving him 91, because you can afford to give him a bad ball and also make the play. Jump ball ability, 92. It's not the best in the class, but it's, you know, I'll give him a 90 actually, because it's just not the best in the class, but pretty darn elite jump ball guy. Red zone feel, 77. Again, it's really not that helps him. Again, yeah, he's good in the red zone, but again, he's not crafty. He's just gonna use his like sheer will, and again, his given abilities as well as like again, just technically, he's a pretty good guy in the red zone. But his feel, it's not anything special, but it is pretty good. Creativity, route nuance, again, overall, 73. It's okay. At the top of his route, again, I already talked about it. He really does excel here. I do like what I've seen from him here. Again, the fact that, again, his deep ball tracking is very good. Again, the crossers, not the biggest deal there. Release packages, actually really good. I do like the way he gets off a release. I'm not going to say I don't think it's as good as DeAndre Hopkins is these days by any means. But, again, for what I saw in college, he's got a really good, very diverse, what is called, release package there. Elusiveness, he's not much of a yak guy. I don't know, 70. It's okay, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'll give him. Third down dependability, again, it really depends on the situation, like a lot of these guys, but I'll give him 76. I think he could be a pretty good third down guy. Strength, not really, I don't know, 63. Again, it's more other things, but yeah, whatever. Run blocking, 72. He's okay. Athleticism, 84. He's a good athlete, but I don't think he's an elite athlete. I don't think he'll ever need to be either. Potential-wise, I mean, guys, he could be the best receiver in the league. Like, that's simple truth about it. I'll give him a 94. I think he's got special potential, guys. Again, maybe not. I don't think he'll be as good as Malik Nabers will be, but yeah, Odunze, this guy's going to be a perennial, in my opinion, 1,000-yard receiver. Mike Evans type potential, I really do think so. We'll see if he can do that, but guys, Odunze is a freaking beast. 94, potential, special potential. No, maybe not special. I'll give him a 91. But yeah, he's got elite potential for sure. There we go, and yeah, 81.7. Now I'm maybe a little low for him.
It's the three-man rush, and he lobs it out to Xavier Worthy. He may go. And they trip him up from behind.
She gon' swallow, she'll go. Free band nigga, bring the rats in.
Yeah, Xavier Worthy, yeah. How is that possible? He just freaking scored another touchdown. Yeah. This guy, he's fast. I mean, the 40's there, guys. This is the record, 4.21. I mean, you can talk all you want about that, but yeah, there's questions for sure about him, but there's no question about it, guys. He's the fastest player. I mean, the number says it, 4.21. He's the fastest player we've ever seen. Yeah, he might be only 165, but I mean, when you're gonna be that fast, I mean, you just go to the freaking Olympics. He's 5'11" too. Yeah, very dangerous ball, Sandberg. Yeah, yeah, fast. Yeah, we know he's fast. Okay. I mean, I really don't know. Like, yeah, he's fast. Okay. Either way, though. Yeah, 68.9 PF grade. I think that's actually pretty fair for him. He didn't really get open, like, actually, as much as you might have thought he would. Again, for that speed. But yeah, he had 1,000 yards for the first time in his career. I mean, 2021, he definitely got his fair share of opportunities. There's a reason, though, in 2022, yeah, playing more games. He didn't have the same numbers, though. I mean, yeah, there were some other receivers. But also, he just straight up didn't get open in 2022. I mean, there's no way around that, guys. Just straight up didn't. Last year, though, was definitely a lot more dependable. I really, again, he's not actually much of a deep threat as you think he would. But a double post, those routes he runs, yeah, that's his best route, so just keep that in mind, too. But he had 5 touchdowns last year as well. 2021 was really the only season. Again, I mean, also, again, no one was covering him who was that good, so keep that in mind, too. He did get bracketed like a crap ton last year. His hands, they're shaky. I'll probably give him a 62. Don't expect him to make a ton of plays. They're better than John Ross's was for sure coming out of the draft, but they're not great by any means. Again, he definitely needs to work on his hand. You know, I'll give him a 65 because he didn't drop that many deep balls. But yeah, the top ones he will drop. Short routes, 73. Again, just the sheer speed of him just really doesn't, like, again, when if you're fast enough on those short routes, it really doesn't matter. His medium routes aren't much better, but I'll probably give him a 74. And he's kind of an average route runner. His deep routes are a lot better, again, especially that double post. I'll give him an 80. I still don't think it's elite, though, because in fact that he doesn't have much variation with that. Again, you only can probably run 3 deep routes really accurately and precisely every single time. Deep ball tracking, it's actually not that bad. Again, it's really just the fact that he doesn't always haul them in that I don't like, but he usually is in the right position for him. Speed, I mean, the only thing that's not giving 115 is, again, it's the acceleration. He doesn't have elite acceleration, guys. He just simply doesn't. It's still going to be, like, probably a 94, because, I mean, you're not going to be that fast if you can't accelerate. I mean, that's just simple truth about it. But, yeah, he actually doesn't accelerate as well as his speed is. I mean, guys, you got to realize this guy's he's the fastest player ever coming out of there. I'll give him 112. Yeah, you get the point there. I can give him 180, and it would still be somewhat realistic. Route efficiency, I mean, again, the speed. But, yeah, his routes actually aren't always the most favorable for a quarterback, but I'll probably give him a 77. Catch radius, oof. 52? No, 51. Yeah, you're not going to get bailed out by him. Jump ball ability. Actually, it's not that bad. Again, he does actually could go up and get a ball once in a while. In the red zone, at least. For 2021, that's what I saw. Red zone feel. It's not that great. I mean, again, he can't. Again, I actually do. It's kind of crazy, but he can go up and get the ball once in a while. But yeah, his red zone feel is not good. He does struggle to get open. Creativity. It's not actually that great. I think, again, he just runs just straight up field sometimes, like just hoping he gets open. But yeah, we'll see what he can do there. Again, a lot of screens. It really relies on screens again to really get going. At the top of his route, honestly, isn't that bad. I'll probably give him a 78. I do like, again, the way he does separate there. A release package, he has one release, and it's not always successful, so I'll give him a 60. Elusiveness, yak-wise, 79. He's actually not as elusive as you think he would be. Again, a little awkward at times, too. Third down dependability, yeah. You better have a good offensive line, but I'll give him a 74, because he does get open deep, obviously. Strength, yeah, it's very easy to tackle. Like, probably 42. Yeah, if you get on him, you're going to get him. Again, kind of like Deuce Vaughn there. Run blocking, he's a cone. Honestly, he does actually have some decent technique, so I'm not going to give him, like, a terrible grade. But, yeah, you can just toss him. Like, he's a freaking ragdoll. Athleticism on 88. He's a really good athlete. I don't know about elite, though, because, again, I just don't think, again, he's so fast, but it's not as great as you, like, again, would expect. Potential-wise, better than John Ross. So, 79. It could be a good deep threat. Whiskey Williams' comparison, he's in make or break here if you know for him. But, yeah, the only question is Xavier worth a first-round pick? Is he worthy? That's the question you guys can answer in the comments.
Weekly's watching this one tonight. Here's Jaden Daniels on the run. And going down the sideline. Caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he will take it to the house.
She think 'cause she was at it, bitch, she attractive. That's that shit that get you put up.
Now we got Malik's neighbor. That would be Brian Thomas Jr. And yeah, I don't know who his dad is, but he gave him some gene because this guy just scores touchdowns like it's like going out of fashion. I don't know, man, but he scores a lot of touchdowns. He's 6'2", 210, not 209. He's 210. I'm gonna stand by that for forever. 4.33 though, so yeah, he is really fast. Perfect blend of really any sort of intangible you need for us. Yeah, and you can argue why in terms of balance wise, he's the most balanced receiver in this draft. Like literally. Yeah, his routes are crap. I get that. We'll get into that in a minute. And yeah, his toughness is pretty crappy too. Yeah, there's a couple reasons why. Finesse, big receiver, which is not a great combination, at least right now. At least that's the way it is. But yeah, he's definitely raw. That's for sure. I don't even think he's actually as raw as Malik is. But yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. Ooh, there's some issues for sure. But yeah, in terms of like body and like skill set, good. Anyway, Brian. He's not. Why put it like that? Either way, he had 68 catches, 1,100 yards, which again is a great combination. 17 freaking touchdowns. Yeah, most of them were long, but trust me, he's got some other stuff too. Yeah, the 74.2 PFF grade isn't too kindly, but again, it's really more the run blocking. Trust me there. No, actually though, Brian Thomas Jr. His hands are okay. They're not consistent whatsoever, but he does make some catches that I do think again are just they're pretty good. Short routes, 52. They're crap. Never runs them right. I mean, like again, whenever you need him to run, he cannot run an out route or an in route for his life or to save his life. Yeah, I think that's how you put it. Whatever though. Medium routes, they're a little better, but they're not great. 56. His deep routes, I'm gonna be honest, I'll probably give it an 80 just because again, I'll give him a 73. Guys, he's just a bad route runner. He's not very good. I mean, in college, you just watch him run the routes. You're like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you think, again, when you watch a play design, again, basically, if you think of a post going like this, he runs it like that. And it's not even because he's just trying to adjust. He just didn't run the route right. Default tracking, he's actually pretty good. 84. It's not, again, he actually relies on it way too much. He sometimes again, when he ran a post once, he had to, like, literally track all the way back to get the ball because that's where Jaden Daniels thought he was going to run the route. It's just not very good there. Speed-wise, 86. Very good speed. I don't think it's elite, though. No, I don't see him separate as much as I think some as the other guys do. Long speed-wise is good, but overall, he's like playing speed. It's not top-notch. Acceleration, actually probably is better, 88. He's got elite acceleration, like on that borderline for sure. Again, it's not always there, but when it is, it's really hard to miss. Route efficiency, I mean, efficiently bad, or consistently actually, so 60. Catch radius, I actually don't think it's that bad, but the fact that he never actually goes to the middle to make a play is a little bit concerning. Jump ball ability, it's actually pretty good when he wants to, 78. Red zone feel, it's probably, honestly, you can argue it's the best in this draft, but the reason I only give him a 90 is because, yeah, some long touchdowns for sure, but this guy just scores. Like, in the red zone, he gets open. I don't know what it is, but, yeah, it happens. He just, again, has just a he's got an elite natural feel in the red zone. Not the best in this draft class, but it's very, very good. Creativity, he doesn't know how to run a route right, so how is he supposed to, again, be technical with it? Probably a 30. I mean, at the top of his route, actually, again, whenever he actually gets to it, it's either on the sideline usually, but, okay, I'm going to stop roasting him. Probably 72. At top of route, he does create some separation at least. Release packages, again, he's got one, but it does work out for him, so I'm not going to really bash him too much on that. Elusiveness, it's not always, again, scrappy, but I'll give it a 76. Again, he much prefers to do this in terms of run over somebody. Third down dependability, I mean, you can't depend on him to be open, so, I mean, I really don't know what to put this 70. Nah, I'll give him 64. His strength, yak-wise, it's non-existent, so I really can't put it. Like, I really can't. Like, I'll give him a 62. It's not, I don't think it's as bad as Xavier Worthy, but again, he's just not going to break tackles. Run blocking, that doesn't participate. 0. Athleticism, 92. He's an elite athlete in this draft class. That's definitely for sure. I don't think he's a special athlete, but he's pretty close. Potential-wise, I mean, again, a lot of stuff to work on for sure. I don't think he should be a number 2 receiver, a guy you can like really target a ton as a rookie. But yeah, he's got I wouldn't say elite potential. He has so much stuff to work out. But yeah, it's really good potential. He can be a really good receiver in this league. But again, he's got to become a better route runner. He's got to be a little better at run blocking. A little more creative. Again, if he can't, he's got to be able to, again, read these, what it's called, read the zones and as well as, like, his man. Because he doesn't really read leverage well at all. I mean, the red zone he does. So, I mean, get him open there. But, yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. has a lot of stuff to work on. That's why he's similar to Martavis Bryant, who never really fully developed. And, yeah, that's in the field of play. Don't. Forget about everything off the field. Or off the field of play, I guess. That's all I got for Brian Thomas Jr.
Snyder.
That's good knowledge.
Here's a deep throw by Nix. Got a man. Lofts it in perfectly. It's caught. Streaking down the middle of the field and in for a touchdown.
And the model still the same. Ball like I won a championship game.
That's a pretty big explosion. Probably more like Troy Franklin, because, I mean, that's what he did. He exploded for Oregon last year. And, of course, Bo Nix. He's 176. He plays a lot bigger, trust me. 6'1" as well. Yeah, reliable receiver for Bo Nix last year. Yeah, good season. It's actually a great season, to be honest. Notch in 2022. Price, please, with potion and skinny. NFL, you could be Robbie Chosen. Or Robbie Anderson, type of receiver with that vertical there, but also with some limitations. Multiple teams have a team day 2 of 2020 NFL draft. Yeah, I'd be surprised if he doesn't go on day 2. I mean, if he goes day 1, I'd be actually kind of shocked. But who knows? Maybe end of the first round. That's probably the ceiling for him. But yeah, Troy Franklin overall, he's a pretty solid receiver. Again, he's got a lot more guarantees than some of these other guys, but at the same point, there's, again, a cap on some of them as well. So the potential definitely isn't as high, but yeah, pretty good player overall. Again, last year, again, broke out with 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns. Not all of them in the red zone, though. I'll tell you right there. He's a very good yak player for sure, but red zone, the thing is, red zone field is going to be super high. It's not. Jesus. Not his biggest thing there. Either way, though, he had an 85, basically, PFF grade, top 30 in the nation. Played like one. Makes sense. Either way, looking at it now, Troy Franklin, his hands are, they're frustrating because he doesn't, like, he's limited. Like, yeah, he's not going to, like, you can't always expect him to make a big play. Yeah, just not all super duper reliable. Short route running is good. You can't give him the ball underneath and, again, expect him to be open. Medium routes are a little better, but still not great. Does struggle to make separation, but, again, he does get open here. Oh, again, actually probably quicker than his short routes, again, in terms of a rate by rate thing. Deep route running is actually pretty good. I'll give him an 84. I do like the way, again, he can climb to his top speed to get some of those balls. Speaking of that, his deep ball tracking is actually pretty good. I'll give him an 86. He is probably going to be one of the most reliable receivers with that on his team. Speed-wise, 83. He's got good speed. Definitely above average for sure, and I should probably put it in really good because, again, he was able to separate on some of those corners, especially in those off-coverage looks, but overall, again, it's not super consistent. Acceleration-wise, he definitely accelerates well, 85, especially when he catches the ball in the open field. Route efficiency, decent, 74. I mean, I don't complain too much there. I didn't really see anything on film where, again, he struggled to, again, consistently, get through his route well. Catch radius, 71. Again, it's good enough. It's not good, but it's good enough. Jump ball ability, again, it depends, but I'll give him 73 because I did see some stuff there. Red zone feel, 71. It's really just straight up dead average, guys. I mean, he can score touchdowns in the red zone, but it's getting more. You're definitely going to scheme him up. Again, if he gets in motion with those, definitely going to run some good routes, but it's not like he's going to, like, manipulate a corner to get open there. Creativity, I actually do like it a lot. Again, he does, again, on those hot routes, especially, again, when he comes to the middle of the field. Super good at making plays there. I'll give him an 87 there. At the top of his route, actually doesn't create too much separation. I think that's something he definitely struggles with. He's not great with his hands. Again, it's something he's going to definitely have to work on to become, again, if he wants to be, again, a go-to option in offense, that is something he's going to definitely get better with. Release packages, pretty creative. I'll give him a 77. See what he can do there. Elusiveness, really good, 88. Yeah, he can make guys look silly for sure. Third down dependability, he kind of disappears kind of off and on, so he's really not too dependable, or competent either, 75. Strength, yak yardage, he does break tackles, so I'll give him a 78. Not too consistently, but he definitely can hold his own. Run blocking wise, reliable, I'll give him an 80. One of the few guys in this draft I can say that about. Athleticism wise, 84. Again, wow, he's actually a really good athlete. I want to just say sneaky, but again, he does show people that too. Potential wise, again, I actually think he could be a number 1 receiver, a respectable number 1 too, but I'll have to give him probably an 81. Again, I think he does have really good potential at the best. But again, that's a big best. Darius Slayton, again, you can have all your opinions on him, but when it comes down to it, guys, Darius Slayton is and has been the Giants' true number, really only good receiver, like number 1 receiver since 2019. So when he came in the NFL. So yeah, you can talk all the trash you want about the fact that he doesn't really get much separation, but what he's done for the Giants is a lot more than some of these other guys. So I gotta give him what is it called, Troy Franklin at 75.3, and I do like the Darius Slayton comparison a lot.
Of the football down here. We're going to throw it on first down. They launch it one-on-one. Going up to make the catches, Adonai Mitchell.
For a name, I put her on the game. She get fucked for a chain. Got your girl in this bitch.
And now we have Adonai Mitchell. I don't really know how you're supposed to pronounce the name. I think it's Adonai. I don't know for sure. But, oh, yeah, this guy's definitely an interesting guy for sure. I mean, on film, he's pretty actually pure. I mean, the way he runs his routes, that's like the best way to put it. I mean, they're all very consistent. I like, again, the way he plays. Again, straight line speed for sure, but lacks quick explosion, juice, change direction juice. Mitchell also, again, stronger in the NFL. I'm gonna lie, you're gonna recruit Georgia. Mitchell, however, could still slide into the concerns about, again, having diabetes. Yeah, I'm actually not too concerned about that. That is actually important to mention because, again, we'll see how he can carry that through the NFL. But, again, it is important to mention that. Just so you can keep that in mind. But then we're going to take that out of the side. But 6'2", 205, obviously. Does possess actually very good body control. Again, even though he's changing direction, could use a little, actually probably a lot of work. And I don't think that's going to get much better. But at the point there, again, he played 2 years at Georgia, didn't do much really at all. And then last year, of course, playing with the, what is called Big 12 champs in Texas. And he was their number 1 receiver, 55 catches, 845 yards, 11 touchdowns. Even though, yeah, he might not have the same number, targets as Xavier Worthy, but trust me, he was their number 1 guy. He got doubled a lot. I mean, Xavier Worthy did too, but you get the point. 7.9 PF upgrade, that's a little low. I mean, he did make a couple mistakes here and there, but, I mean, that's a little low in my opinion. Either way, though, Josh Reynolds' comparison, we'll get more into that later. Hands-wise, they're very reliable. I actually think they're really good. I'll give him an 85. He makes a lot of the above-average catches, and I do think that does help him in the long run. It's also going to help him in the league when it comes to, again, not always getting open as much. Short routes, again, he does depend on a lot of what's going on around him. Again, if you put him in motion, again, similar to a couple of these other guys, he does thrive a lot more, but also, again, the way he anticipates these routes are very good, so we'll give him 79. The medium routes, doesn't create quite the amount of separation he does in the deeper routes, but the fact that, again, he does run them with such efficiency is very good. Deep routes, I'll give him an 84. Again, I like the way he runs them for sure, but again, it really, again, if he doesn't time them up well, it's just going to be a complete crap show because, again, if there's no timing, he's not always going to create the separation. Deep ball tracking, actually really good. I'll give him 87. I don't think it's special, but again, it is really good. You could argue it's elite too. Speed-wise, 77. No, I'll give him a 79. Over his, straight line speed is really good, but when you take everything else in mind, the fact that he does have average, again, agility side-to-side wise, I gotta give him around a 79, because again, he's just not the fastest player I've seen. Acceleration-wise, again, he off the snap and getting out of breaks, it's just not there. So I'll probably have to give him a 7. I won't say it's shot, but it feels like there's something missing that was there or is going to be there. It's kind of weird. Route efficiency, I actually do, again, most of the time his routes are very, very quick. And again, he gets to the point. It's not like sloppy or overrunning routes or too loose. But I'll give it an 81. Catch radius is good, not great. I'll give it a 78. Again, most of his catches he's gonna have to make a big play, or a nice play. But again, when he doesn't have to, when he really has to, it's not always there. So good 78 there. Jump ball ability, I do like it a lot. I'll give him an 86. He's very physical, even though for his size, I do like it there. Red zone feel, very good. I'll probably give it a 90. I think he can again be similar to a guy like Brian Thomas Jr. or what is it called, Malik Nabers at times. It really just depends on what he can be able to do there. Creativity, very creative. Most creative in this draft class, probably give it a 91. He's an elite, route adjuster for sure. At the top of his route, he actually doesn't, again, he's just not great. But the fact that, again, he does do a good job, again, getting out of his break, even though it's, again, not going to be the quickest, it's okay. Release packages are very good, probably an 85. I do think he can actually add a couple more things to him, especially, again, when it comes to the hesitation. It's sometimes a little too quick or a little too long, actually. So, again, if he can really find that, hone in that, what's called hesitation release, he can be really gross with that. What's called looseness, again, he can make a guy miss in the open field. I'll give him a 76. Third down dependability, I actually think he's probably the best third down receiver in this draft class. I'll give him a 90. Again, he's very well rounded. There really aren't many things you're like, ugh, with him. But his strength when it comes to yak, yeah, you can. It's not that hard to tackle him. To be honest, 65. Run blocking, it's not great. Probably 67. He does at least attempt to get in guys' ways, but at the same point, just like knock him over. Athleticism, not the most athletic receiver in this class by any means. I'm gonna give it 72. I think this is one thing that will hold him back in the league. That again, he just won't be able to make the same plays as some of these other guys will make. Again, the fact that he's a little more crafty will really help him. Potential-wise, again, I think he could be a dependable number 2 for sure. I don't know about much more than that, so his potential probably around at 76. But hey, you never know. I like a lot of things we've seen with Adonai Mitchell. He really doesn't have any big weaknesses, but again, there are limitations with them. Josh Reynolds is comparison, which I actually like a ton, just with the fact, again, Josh Reynolds is one of the most dependable receivers in the league, to be honest. Yeah, he does drop passes here and there, but honestly, Adonai Mitchell has much better hands than, Josh Reynolds. So the fact that that's there, Adonai Mitchell could be a very dependable receiver in the, in the NFL once he gets there.
Musket out of the pocket, being chased, got rid of it, Washington to the 5, Washington still going to the end zone.
I got syrup in this bitch, turn up in this bitch.
If you're asking who this is, well, let me tell you. This is Malik Washington. He's gonna be a slot in the league. I mean, guys, he's 5'9", so yeah, he's not the tallest. That's for sure. But yeah, he's 192. And he's very underrated, if I can put it like that. He had 2 good years at Northwestern. Of course, that offense was just they were just horrible. Again, he's a little older for these NFL draft prospects, or I'm probably the oldest among all of them. But yeah, he had 1,400 yards and 110 catches and 9 touchdowns last year as the engine of that Virginia offense. Whatever he did, that's what the Virginia offense went with. I'm not even kidding. It was pretty bad like that. The fact that a 91 PFF grade, 3rd in the country, kind of tells you like that. Yeah, Malik Washington might not be the most talented receiver or the most known receiver, but you got to realize who this guy is, because my guess is he'll be around the league for a while. Hands-wise, 85. Again, he's not going to make the... no, give him 84. He's not going to make the great catches by any means. He's going to probably, again, just because of his height, but... You throw him the football, he's going to make the catch. Short routes are elite. Yeah, he's an elite short rounder. I mean, just watch him on film. He, again, just the nuance is part of it too. But just, again, the way he approaches every single route is different. Again, you never know as a corner what he's going to do. It's, like, completely unpredictable. Medium routes can get a little erratic, and the fact that he doesn't climb to him super well, I think, is a little bit of an issue. But I'll give him a 76 there. Deep routes, again, he doesn't run too many of them. We haven't actually gotten tested that much either. But when he's been able to, especially on those crossers, he's been deadly. So I'll give him an 82. Love the potential there. Deep ball tracking, it's not great. Again, he kind of just sometimes gets lost, but yeah, you can work on that there. Speed-wise, 68. He's not that fast. I mean, he's not slow by any means. He's got good burst, but again, straight line speed, he's just not so, like, it's not there. But his acceleration is definitely there. I'll give him an 85. He can really, that top speed might not be very good, but he gets to it super quick. Route efficiency is very good. He's gonna be open. He gets open really well. Again, even against the blitz, like, it's really good. Catch radius. Again, he's kind of small. I mean, I really don't know how to put it. Like, it's just not really there. His jump ball ability actually isn't. I mean, I'm probably have to go like a 62. But I've seen him make a couple plays here, so it's not like it's non-existent like you might expect. Red zone feel is actually, you could argue, he's one of the best in this draft class. It's just in general. His awareness, again, especially when it comes to over the middle, is just, it's second to none in this draft, to be honest. Like, his red zone feel is very, very good. His creativity when it comes to his routes, again, he basically a pro. Again, you never know what he's going to be able to do. He's got elite route nuance. I mean, yeah, he get so different. When it comes to at top of, I mean, it's indifferent to, again, his release. I mean, to be honest, they're basically the same. Probably on average, 71 and, yeah, 71. Elusiveness, I do like his yak a lot. Again, you saw, again, actually a lot more potential. Again, if he can get a lot stronger, he could actually be a lot more elusive. Third down dependability, yeah, probably going to be good. But again, if he goes up against the wrong corner, I don't know for sure if this is going to translate to, but it's on college really good. His strength, 72. He does break tackles a lot more than you might think, and if he can just get stronger, he could be a lot better here. His run blocking, I mean, you can just, again, ragdoll. But athleticism-wise, not the best athlete with the size, and it hurts. But again, his potential, I think he could be a solid slot receiver in the league. So I'll give him a 75. Again, I really don't see how he'll be a #1 in the league by any means, but as a reliable slot receiver that can, get 70 catches, 800 yards, and 7 touchdowns a season, I could definitely see him being able to do that. Again, he is literally only a slot receiver, though. That's what you got to understand about what it's called, Malik Washington. But he's got a lot of good things going for him. Just such, again, a creative route runner, so advanced in that way. And really, I don't see some of these guys ever getting to his abilities in that sense. Yeah, not the most talented guy by any means in this draft, again, just because of his size, but he's got a lot of things going for him. Albert Wilson might be a little bit actually harsh for him as a comparison. I really like the potential of Malik Washington as a true slot receiver in the NFL.
Plenty of time for Stroud. Directing receivers, flips it to the end zone, caught, touchdown! Marvin Harrison.
This bitch get murked in this bitch. All these pointers on me, baby, you know it's game time. Bring a friend, bitch, we fuck them at the same time.
Now we're on to Marvin Harrison's kid. I mean, he's okay. I mean, yeah, but either way, yeah. I guess we'll read this. He gave proof that he's a future #1 receiver with excellent size, speed, ball skills, instincts, and mismatch ability. Harrison runs routes like a smaller receiver, and he obviously learned a lot from his Hall of Fame father. However, the younger Harrison is much bigger than his father, and it's much more like AJ Green or CeeDee Lamb. He's not CeeDee Lamb, okay? I'm sorry, I just don't like that comparison at all. Whatever, though. Team sources said Harrison graded as a high first-round pick. I mean, no crap. He'll probably be a top 5 pick. I mean, if he's not, well, you're a moron if you don't pick him. And, yeah, he did not grade out as high as Calvin Johnson or Andre Johnson did. Andre Johnson's the best receiving prospect ever, guys. If you're ranked higher than him, you're going to be the best receiver ever. I mean, there's no way around it, guys. I mean, yeah, he's actually the best coming out. Calvin, comparable in the way they came out, to be honest. Yeah. He's not your, yeah, he is my highest. I mean, I hope he is. But, yeah, I'm not, I mean, if you don't think he's, I mean, maybe you can say Malik Nabers a little bit. I'm pretty high on him, too. But, yeah, we'll get more into that later. But either way, his stats last year, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns, back-to-back 14 touchdown season. That should tell you what type of receiver he is. Also at 67 catches as well. PFF grade, top 10 in the nation, 89.9, basically 90. Again, the biggest thing with Marvin Harrison Jr. is he is by far, like his father, the most technically sound with his hands as a receiver. Most of these guys don't use their hands enough. Marvin Harrison Jr. literally uses his hands to get open. He's that good with his hands. It's crazy to see. He doesn't even need to, but tight man coverage, he always wins because the fact that he's going to be better than anybody in the league with his hands. It's just, he's just so good with them. I mean, on film, that's what you see. You're like screw the route. What is he doing with his hands? Because again, that's how he gets open. He can afford sometimes off-kilter routes. Not always, but sometimes. Either way, though, his hands, they're not perfect, but they're really good. He can make a lot of really good catches. Short routes are his bread and butter. His medium routes are too, but his short routes are really where he does a lot of damage. 91. His medium route running is a 94. It's just, guys, he's special what he can do with his hands. It just creates so much separation off of it. Deep routes, they're not as good as either, but I'm still going to put it as really good just for the fact that he just blows by guys at times. Deep ball tracking, it's good. Not even close to as good as Odunze. It's not, again, not even close to compare, but it's still really good. Makes a lot of nice plays, especially in the red zone there. His speed, it's 87. I think he does a really good speed. I think, again, it's kind of hard to see it because of what else he's doing, but he definitely has some really good speed. Acceleration's even better, 91. In the open field, it's so hard to catch him just because, again, when he makes the catch, he just breaks out into a sprint, and it's so hard to keep up with him. It's that quick. Route efficiency, very, very good. Always on time. I mean, not always. You can disrupt his timing, which is getting good. There is, I mean, I wouldn't say there's a slim margin for error, but there is a slight, a smaller margin error than some other receivers in this class. So I'll probably give him an 84. But yeah, he does really good route efficiency. Catch radius is also really good. I'll give this an 80. I'll give it an 80. I think it's above average, but I don't think his catch radius is as good as you. Nah, I'll give it an 83. Jump ball ability, not actually as dynamic as you might think it would be. Red zone feel is not special. I'll give it a 92. He does have an elite red zone ability though. Creativity of his routes, that's going to be special, 95. I mean, most advanced in this draft class. At the top of his route, he's still really good. Again, can use his hands well. I'll probably give him a 90. He is elite. Again, elite there as well, creating separation. His release is, it's good. It's really good, but I don't know. It's like I don't really like talk about it. I don't really look at it as much because I mean I watched it for I don't know maybe the first 4 games, and then I'm like, yeah, but I get it now. His elusiveness actually isn't actually that great. Probably 74. Kind of average. I mean, I gotta give him something, guys. Third down dependability. Any third down. I actually think he's probably gonna lead the NFL in third down targets and yardage for probably at least his rookie year. Or probably more than that, to be honest. Strength. Actually not super strong. I mean, again, he's like plays a smaller player. Run blocking. Actually not too bad. 75. I actually like the way he does it. Athleticism, 86. Body control is out of the ordinary, obviously, but I don't think it's as great as you might think. His potential is it's as high as he wants it to be. He's the best receiver in this class, guys. I know what to tell you. Yeah, again, there's really no weakness. Yeah, I don't know, maybe not 100. I'll give him 98. Yeah. I think him and Malik Nabers, again, have very similar potential, again, what they could be in the league. But yeah, guys, Marvin Harrison Jr., I mean, yeah, it's pretty simple. Kind of like Jalen Carter last year. He's the best non-quarterback in this draft class. Probably the best, like, prospect in this draft class, to be completely honest. But Slimmer AJ Green is my comparison. I really do like that a lot. Again, AJ Green was so talented. But I do think, I do like the fact that Marvin Harrison Jr. actually, again, the way he is able to make plays over the middle, body control-wise, is actually a lot better than AJ Green. So I'd be surprised if he gets hurt and breaks down as quickly as he did. But yeah. Honestly, Marvin Harrison Jr., again, just because of how good he is technically, I didn't think his potential. It's like his floor is already so high that his ceiling isn't. So again, the potential is super high too. But since his floor is already so high, it's not. It doesn't seem as potential is as high as a guy like Malik Nabers. But they're basically the same in that aspect.
Showing pressure to the left. Looping throw for the end zone. Battle. Coleman. Touchdown!
I'm not the same kind. You can have that look, bitch, you ain't mine. Young dope dealer.
Alright, now we are on to Keon Coleman, who, again, a lot of mocks for the Ravens, and they do need a big guy receiver like him, which, again, he's exactly. Yeah, he's 6'4", he's not 6'3". I don't know who picked that height, but that's just not right. I mean, he plays like a 6'10" dude. Like, again, like a center in basketball. Either way. Yeah, Michigan State, I don't want to watch that film again, guys. I'm gonna be honest. It's just, it's kind of like annoying. That's the best way I can put it. But yeah, last year was also pretty annoying, but less annoying, I guess. He didn't get targeted as much. Yeah, had a monster game against LSU. Got better. Future Wake Forest. Kyle Carson in this matchup. Team sources say Akimo moved well for a big boy and presented however, so slow and could have problems separating the NFL. That could make him more of a number 2 wide open pro. I mean, who expects him to be a number 1 wide? I'm really asking you right now. So you make Mike Williams? I mean, maybe, but yeah, no, don't think like that. Either way, though, yeah, he never really had a great year. I mean, I'll be honest, guys, he just kind of like never been the most fluid player, and that always rubs me the wrong way. I'm sorry. I try to move past it, but like, I don't know, it's something like that. Either way, yeah, he did have 11 touchdowns last year. He can't score, obviously. But yeah, he has 7.3 PF grade. Honestly, probably lower for me, but yeah, I guess what he got. Either way, though, yeah, his hands, they're not great. I mean, they're kind of brick hands at times, but at the same point, I mean, he can make crazy catches. You gotta have some sort of soft hands for that. Short route running is brutal to watch. 62. But he does actually create separation the most all of these routes. Medium routes, I mean, at the top of his route, he actually does do a decent job, so I'll give him 77. Deep routes, I mean, he does climb well. It's 84. Deep ball tracking, pretty good. I mean, it's more jump balls, to be honest, but he can go over the shoulder when he needs to. Speed, it's worse than Malik Washington at 65. He's freaking slow. He's just not very fast. He's just not going to blow by you at all. Acceleration, nah, actually probably worse. It takes him a while to get going, and that's going to hurt him. Again, he's just not much of a separator by any means. Kenny Galladay in that way, to be honest. Route efficiency, 62. Again, his slant route is probably the quickest route he runs. Catch radius is probably exceptional, to be honest. I'm going to give it an 891. Yeah, you can throw it. It's like basically a bona fide tight end in that way. Red zone feel, I'm going to say jump ball ability for a second, but his red zone ability really, our field really depends on his jump ball ability, because, again, he doesn't really create much separation or any sort of, like, again, movement in the red zone as the play develops. So for that reason, I'm gonna say that his jump ball ability is gonna be a 93. It's a little underwhelming overall, again, for what you'd expect from a guy like him, but it's still elite, obviously. It's the best by far in the draft, but his red zone feel is, I mean, I'm trying not to downplay that, but his red zone feel, I don't know, I'm gonna give it an 86. Just the threat of the jump ball. I don't know what else way to put it. He does have a good sense for the sideline too. Creativity, 71. I mean, sometimes, but usually not. Again, it's the play doesn't work, it doesn't work. At the top of his route, again, it's kind of ugly to watch, but he does, on comebacks, he's able to box out. So I'll give him a 74. Release, okay, 76. Really only has one release, but again, it works for him. Elusiveness, yeesh, 52. It's like corner stiff hips. No, 53. Third down dependability, don't even ask him to get on the football there. 55. It just won't end well. Strength, yak-wise, he can break tackles, as you might expect, but, again, his legs aren't exactly the most, they're not tree trunks, by any means. Run blocking, actually does do a good job there, does get a low pad level, which I really do like for him. Athleticism-wise, actually is a pretty good athlete, all things said, 84. Yeah, he might be slow, but he does have a very good vertical, and he does a lot of other things well. Potential-wise, I think he could be a good number 2. Maybe, I don't know, FSC's 15 touchdowns. Nah, probably, I don't know, 74. Again, has a pretty low floor, pretty, I guess, medium ceiling. Again, nothing really thorough with him. I mean, Allen Robinson, I guess that's a comparison for him. Allen Robinson, I think, is a little more consistent than Keon Coleman, but, hey, maybe, team always needs, big, tall, receivers, so, yeah, I like the comparison there. That's all I got for Keon Coleman, though.
Talking to us yesterday about losing his buddy. And pressures, he throws and completes it on the run. Roman Wilson down the sideline.
Kicking doors, kicking in doors, is you like that? Young throw niggas selling lows, is you like that?
National champion Roman Wilson is here, and he's not a national champion of these receivers, but he certainly is one you don't want to sleep on. I mean, he was their number 1 receiver for the whole year, and he also built out J.J. McCarthy a lot, and probably would have had at least 1,200 receiving yards if he had a better quarterback. Yes, I will be saying a lot about J.J. McCarthy when we do get to those quarterback rankings. I think that'll be next Sunday, of course, before the NFL draft. Either way, though, yeah, Sean Proven, Wilson has some speed and quickness as a route runner, to go along with quality size. He has a solid week of Senior Bowl practice and ran a fast combine. Yeah, 4.39 is pretty good for him. 190, that might be generous, but okay. Also ran is 5'10. That's more like 5'9, but I mean that's why the way he plays. But yeah, he's actually 5'10, legit 5'10 too. Either way though, yeah, 709 yards, 12 touchdowns again on the season, 48 catches. Not much of a deep route runner, really at all. I mean, he made some incredible plays for sure, but I would like to see him run a couple more deep routes here and there, because again, I really don't know what he can do it like that. 81.5 PUF grade though for him on the year, top 50 in the nation. And of course, we look at it hands-wise. He has really good hands, honestly. 84 again, especially when it comes to those back shoulder plays, really has good concentration. Short route running, I mean, this is really what he did for most of the year. 88. His short route running has just gotten better and better every single game I've seen him play. Medium route running, again, on film, this is what I left was wanting more with this. Again, his medium route running, it's just not there. So I'll give it a 73. Again, I want to see him do better with this. Deep route running, again, it didn't run too many deep routes, but when he did, I did like what I saw, so I'll give him a 76. The ball tracking, again, not too much of this, but I'll give him a 77 because, again, like the potential there. Speed-wise, 82. No, I'll probably give him an 80. It's above average, but I can't give it really good because, again, he never really displayed that, like, oh my god, that guy can fly. Acceleration, he definitely did, 84. Again, got going in the open field. Route efficiency, very efficient, probably an 89. It was rare that, again, he wasn't where J.J. McCarthy needed him to be. Catch radius, 62. Yeah, again, if you overshoot him, it's gonna either be a pick or an incompletion, one of the two. Neither are good. Jump ball ability, 71. And I'll give him 74. It's so much flashes, so many flashes, my bad, but it didn't execute too much on him. In red zone feel, really good, probably an 88. Again, as well, borderline elite with that. Again, I think he could be score a lot of touchdowns in the league. Route nuance, he actually showed a lot of different route combos. Did hurt J.J. McCarthy a couple times again on those what is called dig routes for sure. Again, sometimes he didn't always do a two-step cut. on those in-breakers, but if you can get, again, if they what do you call it? If his quarterback gets comfortable with those 3 steps before he breaks inside, he could really create some separation there. And speaking of that, top of his route, so much potential here. Again, I'm probably giving him a 90. He's an elite guy at the top of his route. I really do think so. Again, just so much potential there. Could be, again, even better there. Release, 51, yeah, probably. He gets jammed a ton. He's going to be a Z receiver in the league. There's no way around that. Elusiveness, it's pretty good. Again, if he's not in the open field, he's not going to do as much, but I do like the way he's able to, again, make plays like that. Third down dependability, yeah, 84. Made a lot of plays in third down, but I don't know how well that'll go to the league. Strength, 57. Again, doesn't use his size well with like that. No, that's not a 60. That's 50. Yeah. Song. Run blocking. He had to do a lot of it, so I mean, I guess he's good at it. I don't know. I really didn't watch him run block there. Athleticism. Actually, he's kind of sneaky, but I'll give him a 79. Not as good as his comparison. And potential. I think he'd be a good slot guy. I mean that's again a good number 2, number 3 receiver in the league. I don't have too much expectation for Roman Wilson really at all, but hey, see what we can do in the league for sure. Yeah, he's not very deep ball savvy just yet, but again, he does the potential to, and he's not as fast as Tyler Lockett is going in the league. But hey, both slept on. Tyler Lockett's made a pretty good career for himself, so yeah, Roman Wilson is a pretty good prospect coming in.
Penix Jr. starting on the Spartan 44. Time downfield for Polk, and he got it. Jalen Polk.
Niggas from the bottom really like that. Stepping ambulances.
And another teammate of, again, this guy being of Odunze, another Husky, that would be Jalen Polk, who is definitely complicated. Not many people know who this guy is because, again, Odunze, obviously. But also, again, he had some issues with injury. Jaquan McMillan as well. Don't forget about him. He's also pretty good. The reason, again, he's not in this... Again, the film I can't go off of, and also the fact that, again, Jalen Polk was, again, better last year, objectively, overall. But, again, yeah, very good value pick for sure. Again, very good route runner. You got to keep that in mind. Very good. But, again, does have some issues. Again, outside of that, we'll get into that as well. But, again, 6'1", 203, ran a pretty decent 40 at 4.52. Again, there are some things that, again, are going to be a little bit of an issue. But, from what I've seen, very solid player. Again, 70 catches, over to almost 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns as the number 2 receiver. Again, Michael Penix Jr. threw like 15 quadrillion yards last year. So, yeah, that's where you get those numbers. And, again, he is 75 PF grade, which, again, is pretty good. Again, he did get a lot of one-on-one opportunities. Didn't always take care of business there. But when Michael Penix did throw in the ball, I'm not going to say whatever. My bad. Michael Penix Jr., whenever he did get, those chances, Michael Penix Jr. wasn't always the best at actually getting him the football well, so I'm not going to take this all off of him, but I still got to give him a 73 because there were some moments there where he should have made plays. Short routes are pretty good. 76, pretty clean, pretty smooth. Nothing really to talk about there. Medium routes are a little better, but I'm not going to, go off the rails with them because, I mean, to be honest, most of, his routes over the middle are pretty, deep routes are okay. I don't know. Flashes, a little actually less consistent than his medium and short route running, but again, a lot of them are a lot more, quick for sure. Deep ball tracking, I like a lot. You could argue it's close to as competitive as Odunze. It's not as good, but it's competitive to it. Speed-wise, I actually like his speed. Long speed's pretty good, 83. He actually does a really good speed if you really think about it. Acceleration, 78. Doesn't actually accelerate too well, but again, something to draw on there. Route efficiency, again, it's not super dependable, but 72. Again, he does get open, but again, doesn't really get those chances with that timing. Catch radius, actually pretty big, 75, but not what you need going into the league. Jump ball ability, 63. Yeah, he just drops the jump balls. I don't know what it is, what the timing and all that, but yeah, he does struggle on those. Red zone feel is actually pretty good. I like what I saw. I'll probably give it an 83. Again, if he can really develop into a guy who can beat guys to the outside instead of having to jump, cut inside to get touchdowns, that would be big for him. Route nuance, again, especially in the red zone, he's definitely developed here. But from what we saw as a junior, he definitely has some work to do there. I'll still give him a 74 though. Now at top of this route, pretty average, 71. I mean, I don't really have anything to complain about, but again, he's not really consistently creating the separation needed to, again, really be dependable there. Release package is actually pretty diverse, but it's not like any of his releases are going to be game changers, going to get him, huge, again, 3 or 4 steps right off the gun. Elusiveness is actually pretty good. I'll probably get an 82. Again, in the league, he can definitely get some first downs when you need him to. Third down dependability, probably his best attribute. I'll give him an 89. Consistently could be a third down guy. Strength, 54, yeah, you can chuck him. Run blocking actually is okay, but it's still going to be a 60, considering, again, he just doesn't move guys really at all. Athleticism, 78. Again, I do struggle with this, because, again, he just doesn't wow me all the time, and I just, again, don't have it there. Potential, again, I guarantee he'll be a good number 3 receiver at the very least. Well, but, again, he could be definitely number 2, too. I like the potential for him. I'll give him a 76, though, because then I don't see him being, again, a perennial, really, like, true guy you can consistently get production from. There we go. Again, Muhammad Sanu is comparison. Muhammad Sanu is a reliable guy for the Patriots. So that's what I got for Jalen Polk. 72.8 overall grade for him, which means, again, he'll be an average starter, which, again, I think is fair for a guy like him.
McConkey. And he's going to weave his way into open space. Look at this from Lad McConkey.
Pop another bottle if you like that.
After a penultimate guy in Jalen Polk, we are now on to our last receiver before we get into the overall rankings. That would be Lad McConkey, who, of course, was Georgia's, I guess, kind of number 1 wide receiver. George Pickens was there, but he kind of got hurt, so, I mean, yeah, Lad McConkey. Either way, yeah, he's had durability concerns really his whole career. I mean, he's gotten injured, like, every single season. Like, this guy, let's say he's mid-last, but, yeah, he gets hurt. Yeah, phenomenal after the catch, is very, fair, quick, scrappy, hard worker, fast. Yeah, all the I'm not gonna say that because that's not good to say. That's all I'll put it there. But yeah, numbers wise, I mean he's really probably the least productive receiver out of all these guys, to be completely honest. I mean, again, when he played actually a whole season, 762 yards, 7 touchdowns, as again a true number 1. Last year, 9 games though. I mean, he was kind of inconsistent. Not great. Again, not the greatest year, but again, he still churned out an 82.8. 6 PFF grade, which of course did not qualify even close to that for that. But either way, yeah, of course, looking at Lad McConkey and his numbers, his hands, they're good, but again, he's not going to make the crazy catch. I'll give him, I don't know, 79. Again, routine plays, he's not going to drop too many passes. Short route running is very good, very precise, super open. Yeah, that's all I'll put it. Medium route running, pretty similar, 86. Kind of the shorter intermediate routes he's better with, but again, he gets a little deeper, he's still pretty good. Can really break out of those routes well. Deep routes, doesn't get tested, I think, enough on those, especially those corner routes. He's got some work to do there, but he's still pretty good. Deep ball tracking, not great. I think, again, he can make more plays, again, if they gave him a couple more opportunities there, but, again, not great. Speed, it's really good. I'm not going to say it's elite, but, yeah, he's got some burners on him. Yeah, he's pretty fast. Acceleration, even better, probably give him 88. I'm not going to say it's elite acceleration because, again, it's not as noticeable, but, again, he can really move. Yeah, I'm going to give him an 86. No, 87, because I think, yeah, he's faster than a lot of other people. Route efficiency, yeah, I'm at 89. Again, it's borderline elite with his speed and acceleration. Again, he's super quick. Route efficiency, very good, 85. Again, normally, you're going to expect him to be in the right spot. You can just not even look, he'll be there. Again, more anticipation throws. Catch radius, oof, 64. Again, you overshoot him, it's going to be bad. Jump ball ability, actually not as bad as people might think. Again, it's still going to be a 60, it's below average for sure, but, again, underrated there. Red zone feel, I actually like it a lot, and I think he can actually develop into a pretty good red zone threat, 82. Again, schematically, that does help a lot. Again, schematically, if you're able to put him in a good spot, again, it depends there, but it's not like you always have to rely on him to, again, have to have a number 1 receiver for that. Creativity, again, as a slot guy, he's so creative. Again, hot routes, holy crap. He can, again, just make amazing plays, but not too versatile, which means he's a little limited there. But again, what we've seen, I'll give him an 80. At the top of his route, this is probably where he creates the most separation. I don't know for sure, though, because, again, it really depends, but I'll give him an 81. Release, oof, he gets jammed, probably 73. Elusiveness, 92. He's gross, guys. He's probably the most elusive guy in this whole entire draft, to be honest. Third down dependability. I mean, this is really where I think he got, like, what was it, 60-70% of his production, something ridiculous like that. 78. Strength. He can break tackles. I'll probably give him a 75 though, because again, you can still wrap him up pretty easily. Run blocking, scrappy like this. I'll give him an 80. Yeah, probably an 80. He's an above average run blocker for sure. Athleticism, sneaky, 83. I think he's actually a really good athlete for, again, what you do start from him. And his potential, I think he could be a respectable slot receiver. I'll give him an 84. Again, really good potential overall, but again, we just don't know because, again, that injury concern could hinder him overall. Again, this is not what I think he's reflective of, but yeah, 75.9 overall what is called grade out for him, which means, again, he's going to be, could potentially be above average starter, that being Lad McConkey. To be better Jonathan Johnson's comparison, again, Jonathan Johnson had that 1 year back in 2021 where he was really freaking good. Will he be that again? I don't know for sure, but again, that's what I got for Lad McConkey. Let's get to our overall rankings now. Now, looking at our overall rankings, my first guy, of course, we graded was Xavier Legette. 75.4 overall grade for him. Again, should be a good starter. I think he has potential to be a legit #1 receiver. Has a lot of good intangibles for sure. Yeah, some things to work on. Obviously, he's not the most, again, thrilling sort of route runner, but again, he has a lot of good things going for him. Should be pretty good in the league. Our next guy, Malik Nabers. I mean, guys, what is it called? The ceiling is this guy is as high as this guy. But yeah, Malik Nabers is a freaking just blur. Yeah, so fun to watch. Whoever drafts him is going to be lucky to get him. Jermaine Burton, 72.7, again, has some good stuff going as well. Again, he just isn't super consistent. Again, I don't think he's, going to really be reliable enough to be that true. Again, maybe not #1, but even #2 receiver. But again, he's got some good stuff. Again, should be at least impactful in the league. Malachi Corley, again, the reason he's at a 60.5, again, below average player, again, it's so hard to envision. Again, you can see Rashid Rice, Deebo Samuel, yeah, but again, we'll see if he can turn into that. But again, a team who drafts him, they got to be committed to him, because if they're not committed to him, Malachi Corley just won't be an effective NFL player. Simple as that. Odunze, 85.7, guys, he's just a complete beast. I mean, D-Hop galore, that's probably who he's going to be in the league. Xavier Worthy, I mean, again, is he worthy of a first-round pick? I mean, he was #1, so you never know, maybe hinting to it. Yeah, as a football player, forgetting about his speed, yeah, we'll see what he can do. But Brian Thomas Jr., again, I think he's got so much potential, but again, he just isn't very polished right now, and I do have some concerns about how he will do in his rookie season, just for now. Troy Franklin, again, super explosive player. See if that heart can bring him all the way. Adonai Mitchell, 76.1 grade for him. Again, very polished receiver. I like, again, kind of the opposite of Brian Thomas Jr. We'll see what he can do. Malik Washington, 73.1, very overshadowed. Look out for what he can do in the league. Should be a pretty reliable spot, similar to Zay Flowers. Slot. Bleh. Marvin Harrison Jr., 93.9. I think it's pretty safe to say he's the best player in this draft class, and I mean the elite prospect tier is pretty fair for him. Keon Coleman, I mean, again, jump ball receiver. See how that provides value in the league. Roman Wilson, 73.6 overall grade for him. Again, should be pretty cool to see. Again, all these guys basically neck and neck. Jermaine Polk, 72.8. Again, should be okay. We'll see what he can do, obviously, as well. And then McConkey, 76.9. Again, I love his game. See how that translates to the league. And then here are my what is called overall rankings. Bite me on McConkey being 4th. He's my #4 receiver. Bite me on it. But yeah, top 3 is pretty consensus, obviously. Again, they got a pretty big drop off what is called almost 8 points separating McConkey, or 8 points with McConkey and Odunze. Then I have Brian Thomas Jr., Adonai Mitchell. They're both basically neck and neck. Xavier Worthy, Troy Franklin, again, are basically, again, neck, like literally, like so close. I'd probably take Xavier Worthy, though, in terms of #1 potential. Xavier Worthy, again, is clearly better than these guys, but Roman Wilson, what is called a guy like Jermaine Burton, Keon Coleman, again, they're all different players, but again, they all have the same value, in my opinion. A guy like Jones, Polk, we'll see what he can do in the league, and obviously, Malachi Corley, with his, flexibility being concerned, that's the best way I can put it, being my #15 receiver. But all these guys should be good players in the league. Again, some guys better than others, obviously. But those are my 2024 NFL draft wide receiver rankings. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, again, if you stayed around, you're a freaking legend. See you in the next one, though. And yeah, running backs are up next.
118, 6. Manning on the slant. Back up. Back up. Touchdown. There is a flag thrown in the end zone